Going in those Sobo fights, arguments, police, jail, crimes, violence. There must be a positive to that. It took me a while, but I got there. And I really got there through, I brought a group from Virginia, a blacksmith, and there used to be the thing that they work with to bend the iron and stuff like that. Endurance, stamina, focus. I started thinking of it like a freight train. Fabulous how it moves things directly on their path, but you don't want to be in front of the train, do you? You get run over. I said to a young lady the other day, for 2014 is coming in for the Chinese New Year under the sign of their horse. She said, oh, what does that mean? I said, well, think of it this way. If you saw 100 stallions out there in the desert moving, okay, beautiful to look at. I don't imagine you'd want to be in front of it, though, would you? Okay, I said, so if you look it up in the medicine cards in terms of what medicine the horse carries, they call that force. That's the way I began to understand Ogun, Mars. Force. Consistency. Follow-up. Follow-through. So when I stood here being a young lady who was raised in a predominantly Jewish community in New York and went to a rather rich college of mostly Jewish children, Alan Alda's kids and Senator McGovern's kids, you know, the butlers bring in their stereo systems and all like that. And 2 years later, the daddy said, okay, you're good. We got the office on the corner one with the windows. They didn't have to graduate. They didn't have to do shit. It was a little camp hangout for them. Mm-hmm. Huh? And so when I stood here and watched this, it occurred to me, I went, so all those kids had bar mitzvahs. There were people in the room with bells chanting and praying and incense going around them. Well, they'll write a passage from boy to man. And then they went and hung out for 2 years at college. And then they went to the office over Gimbel's or Macy's or Wall Street or wherever. And that's how they wrote. Ours, on the other hand, did not have that. They might have had a baptism. They did not have that. Most did not have Boy Scouts. They did not have a whole village of people to honor them putting down the childish things, putting down the boyhood things, and really growing up into the penis and the odor that they carry. Who told you? Nobody. So thus they went out here like player. Babies in every corner. Can't take care of one. Or you scraping their body up off the alley somewhere. So as the young man stood here and his mama stood there, she got the apron on, he's holding the strings, and the chief was standing in the middle with the machete. He said, well, I hope you're clear. We're telling everyone now. You built the house without nails. You walked the Buford and back. You know how to cook. The outfit has been made. Go down the list of what it is. Because you have to tell someone. You cannot come with no wolf tickets or bluff cards here about thinking you're going to ask anybody's family for somebody to be your wife. Unless a chief has stood here and told the village what you are capable of. And to seal what we're saying, we're going to cut these strings. So you wouldn't get confused and think you ran out of gas and need to go buy mom for $5. They don't work like that. Mom's done her. She carried you in her belly. She carried you on her back. You done sucked off the titty far long enough. You come up in here now, you better have something you bring. Her rent money, whatever it is. Because she did hers. Mm-hmm. And you can't tell us that you're taking care of nobody else unless you're going to take care of mom. That's for sure. It's an amazing thing. It moved me to tears. And I think what moved me the most was when I personally brought a young man who didn't have the father, typical black story. He didn't know his mother. All he knew was his mom. And she came. Because sometimes, you know, the young men, their mothers are deceased or they're not going to come in no voodoo. I ain't going in no voodoo village, you know. And so they would have an elder woman from the society stand for the stead of their mother. But she came. And it moved her more than it moved him. You know what I mean? And what I thought when I saw it that day, I was like, wow. That's like when your grandmother would tell you funerals are for the living, not the dead. You get all caught up in this money you spend. Ain't for them. They good. Yeah, it's you people that they left behind that might want to worry. And that really was what all turned in her face in that moment. Like, yeah, I did all that and I sacrificed all that, but wow. Like I felt the other night when 60 years later she finally had gotten that elbow done to become an Egungun priest. That's how she felt. Well, okay then. And it certainly was true. Now he has the most beautiful family, 3 boys, wonderful wife. What is he? Queen City Forward up in Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, it really came together for him. You know what I mean? And so she could really, really see how that works. One more. Oh, yeah. And then we're done. Any questions so far?